Hello, wonderful people, my viewers, my subscribers, brothers and sisters, and Oyo Bana Chirebo Chiri, Biko, Asumega Bigre, Yazere, Asugiri, her, Oboroma Ebo Libya, according to Igbo Itapiari. As Obogoromiana Yabana, we had him. This one is my local dialect, in case you don't understand, please, on Ebunam, do not crucify me, I come in PC, I don't land like Land Rover. That's the way you used to do it. Don't forget, it's me, only me, Mo Nwemo, Okote Daily Talk, bringing to us this Sunday morning broadcasting. We're gonna no mind me, no beside the jump walls, but sometimes, wait at the talk, once you don't fool my head like this, it go be like say, make I judge the jump. I want convert Sunday to be Monday. No be my fault, because on hang on. I beg you, don't kill me. As you remain your one and only Okute Daily Talk, in case you never subscribe to this channel or any other channel related to Okute Daily Talk, endeavor to do that as soon as possible. Make sure you turn on the notification button so that you'll be notified each time we come live or post something new on this channel or any other channel related to Okute Daily Talk. If this is your first time of hearing my voice, head to that side. It's the right side of your YouTube. Click on the subscription button. It won't cost you money. You get the point now. If you can subscribe to watch BB Niger, BB Titans, that you are learning nonsense from, or you don't even learn anything from it. Why can't you subscribe on the daily news that always bring something that that is something you don't even know how you can get it. You always bring it to your doorstep, and you have to beg you to subscribe. Come. If not subscribe again and I see you watching my video, that is my uppercut. I beg you no mind me, I joke. When I no go, I make common see. And because talk without laugh, you go make me don't talkative now. What you want make I do? So my good people, I don't come again with a Biafra news. Court that already fixed a date, so that they will hear the creation of Biafra Republic. We are edging closer to what did I call it? To freedom. Biafra is edging closer to freedom. After the 2023 general election, court have already fixed the date already. March 30th will be the date that they are going to look into the creation of Biafra Republic. So we are the underground work we are doing is paying off, and I hope that this their new way of attending to issues concerning to Biafra or concerning Biafra freedom and Republic of Biafra is going to materialize according to this rule. You go try. I don't the blow grammar way big past me. May I not go bite my tongue go. Still on the issue of that bullion van. I brought that issue I think yesterday, and also my early broadcast this morning. I talk about it. How Ayodele Adewale, the secretary or something that they just appointed. You know, say all these lie people. Sometimes when they give them script, out of their own I too know, they will go and make mistake on the script they give to them. You came out you begin to tell us that the bullion van, the misroad, while your principal have already admitted earlier on that bullion van belongs to him. Now he come out again to tell us that whether bullion van enter his house or not enter his house, he said it is nobody's business. In other words, he have already affirmed that bullion van came for him. Why the people he employed to defend him are saying another thing, the principal is saying another thing. Confusion everywhere. Why are this party called APC? They are full of controversies. Everything about them is controversy. Starting from their names, the school they attended, the cases of 30 years and above, the ruling of Lagos State, the Lagos State Treasury, Alpha, Beta, and the rest of them, date of birth, everything about APC and their presidential candidate of this recent time is controversies. Why? Can anybody tell me the answers? Please go to the comment section and drop it. APC, please leave us alone. Leave Nigerians alone. We want to be useful to ourselves. This spirit of Japa syndrome that have occupy the minds of every youth in Nigeria is enough. Under the space of 8 years, the youth that left Nigeria, when I mean youth, I mean youth under productive ages that went outside there to become slaves in another man's land, is even more than, I mean, it is times 10 of what the youth that have been traveling from Nigeria in the 1980s or 1960s. Under 8 years, the youth that left Nigeria because of hardship, because of no job, because of the economy is dying, because of the market, the inflation that is hitting the Nigeria economy and everything and every sector. It is more than, far more than what have led Nigeria from 1960 to 2015. Can you imagine that? See, a decent APC still have the mind, still have the guts, still have the audacity, still be jumping from one place to the other. If they not blame the ruling government, they will tell you that let us vote out this government. Why they are the same government? Can't you see how they are contradicting themselves? Their presidential candidate went to Ogun State to say the power that be is holding gasoline, is changing ink of the naira, say whatever they are doing, it will not going to affect them. Why they are the one that hold power? So who are that power that be? And who are the people that you are telling they are going to vote out? Who are they going to vote out? The same APC, that is your own self. How can somebody be scoring own goal? And people is out there who they have paid them all sort of amount of money just to defend what is not defendable. Ado, make on continue with an Agbado, what would I call it? Agbado movement. There is Obi movement, there is Articulate movement, there is One Pasia movement, and there is a Sowore movement, and a lot of other movement. Even now, they are starting to move in pieces. Court have visited to hear suit on the creation of Biafra Republic. That is the headlines of this day. We will find out if Nnamdi Kanu was poisoned on Monday. That is the family of the embattled leader of the indigenous people of Biafra speaking. Tinubu said it was not anybody's business if bullion van entered his house. Aniagu saying, of course, he made it clear, so people have to bring it to writing. Moment Peter Obi, he don't refuse, he refused to join the other gospel ministers at front row. He don't tell them, say, my own no be to stay at the front seat, let person welcome early, let it stay at the front seat. He always said it. He always make mention of this. So he can never be, what will I call it? Oga Hemechi would die. He said that if you come late, go and stay at the back. If you come early, then go stay at the front seat. So he came late simply because he was vying for the position of presidency. Okay, he said, I'm not going to sit and I came late. A Federal High Court is sitting in Abuja on Friday, March 30, 2023, to hear a suit filed by the coalition of northern groups, that is CBN, seeking a referendum to determine the fate of Biafra and other self-determination agitations. Recall that the CNG had in June of 2021 dragged the National Assembly and Attorney General of the Federation to court, asking it to compel the defendants to have the ongoing constitutional review exercise and conduct a referendum to ascertain what determines if Nigeria and who populates it, of course. But the case before the court, presided over by Justice Inyang Eko, could not be heard on Friday and was subsequently adjourned. Speaking to newsmen, CNG lawyer Sofiano Gambo Idris said the case is slated to 30th of March of 2023, even though they informed us right from the time that the court is not going to sit, but as we are not informed of any idea, I decided to come down to ensure that I take the date, but even before I arrived, the date was already slated, according to the news. In his remarks, the counsel to the Ibom Nations People Movement, can you see it? We have a lot of agitators in the same country called Nigeria. Everybody wants to have their freedom because Nigeria is no more working for everyone. Nigeria has been said as a kind of, it's meant for some group of people who have vowed that this country is created in their name and no one else is going to have anything to do. So other ones, they are aggrieved and said, Nehio, we are do what? We are going out. The Ibom people have been there for many years and is one of the ethnic groups that have such a history, and it is important they can also see to the effect that the court could determine whether their self-determination is something that could be granted to us or not. Why we are joining, of course, the application is before the court, and the court is here to determine the joining of the Ibom People's Movement in the suit that is presently constituted. But we are hoping that by the time we've been added, we are likely just like any other application from other ethnic nationalities. We are going to have a bite of the cherry for this issue that is pending before our honorable court. A lot of ethnic nationalities are also asking the same question, to have a referendum of their self-determination and to have unhindered access to their resources. Of course, people who have resources are the most suffered in Nigeria. Imagine come to the eastern side, you can buy fuel of 350, 400, 450 or 500 naira per liter, where the main oil is coming from. Then go to the north, where they don't even have anything that is called oil, if not this one that has been discovered between Gombe and Bauchi. Gasoline there, a liter of gasoline there is between 150 to 180 naira per liter. And you tell me it is one Nigeria. In the same country, in the same country. Anyway, let us continue. You can always imagine that a lot of resources are within the confines of Ibom, Akwa Ibom, people of over 9 million. But few of them are integrated into the Nigerian system. And this is why self-determination is determining, and one must be determined, so people can know how to go about it. Just like it has been said that there are several instruments that point to that, both internationally and even within the confines of the national law. So this is what we want to try before the court and see whether we can have the law on our side, because we are peaceful people and we don't want violence in the country. But we have the right to ask for this, and we hope that the court will uphold our argument with respect. When I hear them, okay, now we will determine, or we will find out if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was poisoned on Monday or not. That is the family of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The family of the defined leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi, Ohamedike one of Igbo land, has urged members of the public to disregard rumors claiming that IPOB leader has been poisoned in DSS confinement. Nigerians recall that a voice note making the rounds on social media claimed that Kanu had been poisoned in detention, urging Biafrans to go on rampage in protest. Reacting to the voice note, a younger brother to the IPOB leader, Prince Emmanuel, told Vanguard that he met with his Kanu last Thursday and at Abuja headquarters of the Department of State Service, DSS, where he is currently detained, and there was no indication that he had suffered from such an ordeal. He maintained that the embattled activists did not inform him that he was poisoned when they met last Thursday, but promised that he would find out more about the situation when they meet on Monday, January of 30th. Kanu's brother wondered how the story of the alleged poisoning began and cautioned against fake news. He subsequently warned that Kanu supporters again take the matter into their hands, but to remain calm, as he hoped to see and hear from his brother again on Monday. So everybody have to keep calm. Kanu's brother has posted on his Facebook page the outcome of Thursday's meeting with him. The post read, I met with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in company of evangelist and barrister Nnaemeka Ejiofor at Department of State Service, Abuja. As always, we focus more on victories recorded and the way forward. He maintained that this struggle for liberation remains a collective fight and thanked those who have not betrayed the struggle. He said Nigeria is continuously flouted the orders of her own court, and such will never be tolerated in IPOB. Those who attack his noble structure were not there when it was built and can never be brought down. This movement is divine. To me, IPOB huge achievement for our people and for men and women of good conscience. We have come that humanity may be set free. Okay, we have come that humanity may be set free. We're gonna put this English well now. These writers, how are they write this kind of news they give me? Tinubu said it was not anybody's business if Bullion Van entered his house. Charles Aniagwo speaking. The People's Democratic Party presidential campaign council spokesperson Charles Aniagwo has reacted to the Bullion Van comments by Lagos State Organizing Secretary of All Progressive Congress (APC) Ayodele Adewale. Nigerian News report that Adewale, during an interview with Arise TV on Thursday, claimed that the Bullion Van, which was spotted going into Tinubu's residence on the eve of 2019 presidential election, missed their way there. Speaking on Adewale's statement in an interview with Arise TV on Saturday, Aniagwo said that some of the media heads of the APC presidential candidates, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, presidential candidate Bola Ahmed Tinubu, need to go back to school. Of course, they need. Their lies is they think Nigerians are fools. Even when the man make mention of that they miss a road, you see how Ayo reacted. Ayo will say, I mean, does this man know what he's saying? God have me. There are some lies you don't say, my dear. He went on to allege that Tinubu claimed that it was nobody's business if Bullion Van entered his house. He said it openly. Not one is not. But maybe when you ask him now again, he will tell you that he said it out of concept or how did he put it? Then he like cracking jokes. Then other guys is his swag. He like to ask swag. God have mercy. According to him, if you recall the issue of the Bullion Van, which today they are telling us missed its way. I don't know when the Bullion Van forgot the location of a bank, because the Bullion Van is supposed to move within the Central Bank of Nigeria and other commercial banks. But for Bullion Van persons not to understand that Tinubu's house is not a bank, including the policemen and the security men that accompanied that Bullion Van, all of them missed their way, and they did not even locate my house instead. Tinubu himself had claimed whose business it is if Bullion Van came to his house. But that is to tell you that even his media handlers need to go back to school, when the man himself has accepted that it is none of our business if his house played the host to 2 billion vans on the eve of elections. Each billion van contains over 10 billion naira. Then calculating with 2 billion van, that is 20 billion naira to buy votes, election malpractices. They are now telling us that those bullion van drivers took Ogogoro and did not know the direction to their banks, and they decided to end up at Tinubu's house. No, like the bullion van drivers and the security operatives and the rest of them inside that, they don't know the difference between a house and a bank, or a house and a company. He said most of companies pay cash. They have a multitude of staff. The area you have multitude of staff is the better you make everything online, transfer to the accounts. And you tell me that there's a company behind Tinubu. Tinubu live in Bodolion. The Bodolion where Tinubu live. My brother, if you go there, that is one complete community. One complete community. When you hear of community is made up of some branches. It's one complete community this man is living on. He occupied Lagos State property. He occupied it on himself and lived there. And you tell me that the bullion van goes see, even look at the people gathered in the house of Tinubu. What are they doing there? What are they doing there at that time? It's eve of election. When I say eve, it was later. It was in the evening before the election. What are they doing there? What are they gathering for? And when those people are entering there and they see that this is not where they are going, they didn't turn back. And you still have the man to come out to tell us that even the bullion van there's no money inside. How do you open it? If that bullion van is never meant to enter that very residence, it's not up to 3 days they employ you, not up to 72 hours they employ you for whatever office they employ you at as one of the PCC, Tinubu campaign council or whatever they call it. You said you were there in 2019. 2019, I'm very, very sure that you don't even know anything about APC. That is the irony of people we found in our society these days. Liars from pit of hell. Liars that don't have any moral decency or whatsoever to defend what is not defendable. They tell us all to be mumu, just like Oh, only you go school, other ones don't go to school. Look at the Arise TV news. The Ayo there was a kind of, I was surprised looking at this man. I mean, does this man drink ogogoro? Does he drink ekpetesi before coming to this interview? Because it's very, very open to everybody. Now look at what this man is saying before the entire Nigerian. That means these people have already see us finish. This is completely see finish. That is exactly what I see there. Anyway, let us take this last but not the least. This is the news that I'm going to use to conclude this very particular broadcast. Then we will pack our kaya back to where we come from. You get it? Moment P2B refused to join Pastor NHA and other gospel ministers at front row. The video is out there. You can as well go and watch it. The Labour Party presidential candidate P2B on Friday night shunned the call to join the General Overseer of Nnamdi International Gospel Center, Pastor Paul Eneche, and other gospel ministers at the front row during a church event. Nigeria News earlier reported that the former governor of Anambra State held a town hall meeting with the students of University of Abuja that happened in the Federal Capital Territory. P2B also met with traders at the popular Barnes Plaza in Wuse, Abuja, and urged them that it was time to use their vote for those who will no longer steal their commonwealth. The Labour Party flag bearer told traders at the plaza that he was the most qualified to rule the country. After the meetings, P2B stormed the Dunamis International Worship Center, Abuja, for the 2023 Nations Worship. When he was announced at the church event and the crowd began clapping and shouting in excitement, P2B was requested to join Paul Eneche and other gospel ministers at the front row, but he refused, insisting he was comfortable in his position wherever he found himself. When I get it, the last year but not the least again, Buhari has made it clear APC is a bad news. While I know they finish, while I tired up. Meanwhile, the Director General of the Labour Party Presidential Campaign Council (PCC), Akin Osuntokun, on Saturday said the presidential candidate of the party P2B stands a better chance to win the February 25th general elections. According to Osuntokun, Mr. President Buhari-led government has reduced the chances of the All Progressive Congress (APC) in the 2023 general elections. Osuntokun, in an interview with the Tribune, said Obi has been widely accepted by Nigerians who desire good governance, who desire a change, who want to see their labor pay off, other than laboring, while people who are not laboring, who are not doing anything, are the ones collecting the high price. Imagine a civil servant collecting 3,000 naira as a minimum wage. People who make sure that the country is safe, who make sure that they put everything in order, they are the one that is less paid. Then the ministers and the rest of them who have not done any work, other than sitting there squandering the money that's meant for the poor, and at the end of the day, they will not do anything. They are the one that received. They even receive allowance to the extent that they receive even Okpo allowance. They receive Okpo allowance. Oh, rubbish. He said that there are better hopes with the Labour Party than there is with the others, adding that anyone who supports our presidential ticket is doing himself or herself and the country a very big favor at that. If you align with this, please let me see your hand up. Give us a thumb up, and also let us hear your opinion at the comment section, because we need to be hearing what you speak, what you say, or what you think about whatever news we drop here. So my people, if you have not subscribed to this channel, I come once again, endeavor to do that anytime soon. Make sure you turn on the notification button so that you'll be notified each time we go live or we post something new on this channel or any other channel related to Okute Daily Talk. Until I come your way again, I am signing out for now. So my good people, today is Sunday. Make sure you go and worship your chi. Make sure you go do what? You go and worship your chi. Get your PVC and make sure you join the voting, so that tomorrow you will not begin to blame the government. Let it be you blame yourself for voting the wrong person. If everything go right, then applaud yourself for voting the right person. So that is how it is. So you cannot plant cassava and accept to harvest a yam. It is not done. You get it? So if you don't get it, then better forget it. I am signing out for now. Bye.